Hey, my name is Rob. It's my shop, Xtreme Xhaust. It's my girl Boogey van, home of the barefoot welder. Let's go have some fun. First off, our shop is Xtreme Xhaust. I was pretty much born into this. My uncle welded for Doug Thorley back in the day, back in the 60s, then branched out on his own. So exhaust has been in my family since the beginning. I've been doing custom exhaust probably off and on since high school. I graduated in '88, so there's a lot of years. The van was just kind of on a whim. I like obscure vehicles. She came from a friend of mine, Sean, and he sold it to me for $500 for what he paid for it. And then it just kind of morphed into the bastard stepchild you see now. Boogey van is supporting a blown 496 big block Chevy. We used to run the little 3.5-inch glass packs with 5-inch tips out the side, and it was unbridledly loud. I mean, it was just obnoxious. The AERO's toned it down, gave it a little bit deeper, richer sound. It's still freakishly loud when you jump on it, but the exhaust system is only 5 feet long on each side, if you're lucky. And it retained the flow that I need running about 6 pounds of boost through that motor. It's like being in an old drag boat with a blown big block sitting right behind you, but instead of sitting right behind you, you're pretty much sitting on top of it. I'll take you for a ride. Boogey van. She's a little dirty from doing donuts out in the rain because we actually build them to be driven. Definitely rocking the 3.5-inch AERO exhaust. The little shorty system that we custom built here in-house. We have an in-house made dual caliper disc brake setup for doing burnouts. So we got 3 pedals in the van. Blown 496, 871 blower, turbo 400 with a manual valve body. Basically, Boogey van for life.
It's quick. So you're asking about the pedal, brakes, front brake only.
As far as making the right sound decision, my shop, Xtreme Xhaust, we have a test motor that we can show you in person what individual mufflers sound like, and you can hear the difference between other brands. Personally, like I say, my favorite is AERO. I know with AERO, you're getting definitely a high-grade stainless product, and we've had plenty of miles put on Boogey van, and with absolutely no issues. If you want screaming loud, AERO is definitely a product that will make it screaming loud. They offer the horsepower, but you can keep them within tolerable levels too. And they get it, you know, when you hit the wide open throttle, you know it's there, but just cruising around town with the airfoil design where it's going around, it keeps the drone at a very tolerable level. So you don't have to scream at your passenger and turn the radio way up and be drowned out by it. I'm half deaf, bro. It doesn't bother me a bit. I personally think that the AERO line is a pretty much standalone deal. I mean, if they got it, they have a good sound right out of the box. 90% of my fleet, my personal fleet, runs AERO Exhaust. I mean, I wouldn't run it myself if I didn't recommend it for everybody else. You know, I'm not gonna ask anybody to do anything I personally wouldn't do myself. We've got our test motor, so let's go ahead and start from mellow to in your face loud. The first one's gonna be the 2525 XL. This is one of the quietest ones in the lineup. It has an integrated resonator inside of it, so it's a little more docile than the more aggressive ones. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the AT2525, a little more aggressive than the XL series. Doesn't have the resonator built into the back of it. This is what we rock on Boogey vans, so let's get started. So this is the TR line. It's not polished, but it's still straight through. Designed as a resonator, so you can add them with the turbine units. Nice and aggressive if you use them by themselves. So let's get started. My favorite, this is the AR25. This is the one that I move the most. This is probably my favorite out of the whole AERO line because it's aggressive. It is designed as a resonator to be stacked with another unit and or maintain the tone. You can also tune different exhaust systems with it. I personally like it all by itself. Definitely more aggressive, so let's get started. Thanks for hanging out. Xtreme Xhaust, Fairfield, California. For more information, check out AEROexhaust.com. We'll see you guys at C20. Deuces.